Hello, viewers. Welcome to Prani Mitra's Chat and Share. Here we invite veterinary professionals and experts associated with livestock sector across India to share their experiences and knowledge. I am your host Devendra Verma, and today we have with us Dr. V. Arun, who is the founder and managing director of SKS Veterinary Multi-Speciality Hospital. Under his leadership, he has built a chain of pet hospitals across prominent cities like Chennai, Trichy, Coimbatore, Tirupur, and Bangalore. Dr. Arun holds a PhD in veterinary biotechnology and has a vast experience of more than 18 years in private pet practice. Dr. Arun is with us to share his experiences about veterinary entrepreneurship, primarily covering challenges and opportunities in multi-specialty pet animals practice. Dr. Arun, welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
So, Dr. Arun, to start with, we see that you have obtained a PhD in veterinary biotechnology, and usually vets opt for roles in universities after their PhD. So, what motivated you to choose private practice as a career path?
First, I have to say I'm in the private practice, but my education, my PhD, it's not in the clinical side. I'm actually did my PhD in biotechnology. During my days, we can't choose. Wherever you want, you can choose only two subjects. So I want to become either surgeon or I want to go to the research side. So I chosen my biotechnology. During the time I need some money for my education, so I went for part-time with other vets as a evening job, for part-time job. So slowly I got the knowledge about the pet practice. When I'm completing my PG, I tried for in the biotechnology field, but I'm not happy in that area. So I came back to the practice. That's where I started in 2003. Sir. In 2003, I started my own private practice. But from that, I'm very clear in my position. I don't want any government job. I have to go to in practice only because my interest, everything, a relationship with the people. I want more people. I want more number of people knows to me. Like that, I created my dream. So I chosen my private practice. Definitely, I never thought about government or AP postings, sir, because I want to give more jobs to the others. Then I'm looking for jobs. That's the reason I want to stay very long time in the practice. In fact, almost now I can say supporting 100 families per every month.
That's very interesting. And we have also observed that SKS has made tremendous progress in past 18 years. Can you please tell how did it all start? Which was your first clinic? And did you start it with your friends or was it a alone ventureship?
So first 99 I started practice with other vets. I can say first my initiation start with Dr. Chandrasekhar. He used to give here and there one or two cases. I don't go and see that case like that. So I started seeing a case. Then I went to the other small clinic as a part-time hospital. In 2003, I started my own thing. I clearly decided my clinic should not be a clinic, it should be a hospital. So I decided it should not be like 100 or 200 square feet. That time I started with 2000 square feet setup. I clearly decided it should be x-ray scan like that. So I did 2003 by I am alone. I mean, it's purely I can say because of my parents, because they understood my feelings. Because in the 2003, putting 5 to 6 lakhs on the hospital, everybody won't accept. My parents said, even though we don't have big money, my parents said, no, we'll get you money. You start it. You can do. We'll help you. Till I think at least 3 to 4 years, I survived with my parents' pension money, not with my money. From 2006, slowly my number of cases started more and more. So around 2010, I started getting other vets slowly, one by one. So slowly my clinic becoming big. 2003, really, I started alone. Even I don't have any attender to work. I am the attender, I am the nurse, I am all in all.
I can
So
imagine.
morning I have to get up early to clean and mop my clinic. Then I sit as a doctor. Then night I need to clean once again. I have to go to bed. Of course, my clinic is my house, clinic, everything in the same place. So once my process getting up, I want to do PhD because my father used to insist always, education is to get maturity and knowledge, not for getting a job or not for getting a money. So please read, whether it's related to your practice or not. You go and read, somewhere it will help. Yeah,
Very
it's
true.
really, I got it because that time I got my chairman, Dr. Dinakar Raj, a very talented guy. He used to expect much from him. He used to give a lot of work. So I need to manage PhD work. Simultaneously, I need to take care of my practice. So I think at least 15 to 16 hours per day I have to work to develop the practice. So everybody commented, why you are joining PhD? Why you are joining PhD? It's nowhere related to your practice. But really, I learned a lot in the PhD, not as a subject wise. How to put hard work. I learned from him multifocal. He will focus all the people. He's having at least 15 program. He will focus everything. So I learned from him. Same time only, I got lot of juniors relationship. Now that juniors become my team. Now that's the secret of my success. I got very good team of it. Then slowly, what we did, instead of taking care all the case by myself, I slowly developed each one vet in one area. Within our team, my junior, I requested Anandraj, you please concentrate on ortho. Siranjeevi, please concentrate on cardiology, like that. So slowly, our team started fulfilling all the areas. Slowly, our team started giving expert opinion in that.
True. So,
Definitely, Dr. Jayaraj, I hope you all knows about him. He's the backbone. He supported in a lot of knowledge areas. Sir. Simultaneously, I can able to say that time pedigree introduced in India. That people, Dr. Bonendra Babu, he helped me a lot in and developing my career in veterinary practice. How to in the field, how to fight. No, this is a small. You have to fight much. Like he's like a mentor. He helped me a lot to grow me more, sir.
yeah, listening to you, Doctor, it's very well correlated that entrepreneurship is a mindset, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it could not be something which we can inherit, or you cannot be born with some certain skills. It has to be
Yes.
learned as and when you are facing the circumstances. So, who have been your mentors, Dr. Arun?
So first, I have to say my father. Because whenever I say, I mean, he'll encourage, he'll give small, he's nowhere related to veterinary, but he'll give a lot of idea. This is a good way, this is not good way. Then second, I can say Dr. Bonendra Babu. He's nearly 5 to 6 years senior to me. I got introduction from pedigree. He was that time in the pedigree. Still today, he's my mentor. Whatever my new step, I used to ask him whether I'm going right direction or not. Not only, yeah, I can say mentor. Not only mentor, he is my well-wisher also. Whenever I am little depressed, I am unable to fight in the either competition or some problem. I don't know. God sent him every time. He'll make me positive energy. So then I'll start run myself.
So talking about Dr. Arun, apart from the inspiration and motivations, to start a venture of the scale right now, what SKS Veterinary Group of Multi-Specialty Hospitals is, one should be also be strong financially. So how did you manage to raise funds? Did you approach any banks, or did you raise it from private investors, or was it all self-funded, Doctor?
100% it's self-funded, sir. No, nothing. I'm not went to any. I'm an finance support or anything. Because in this situation, I want to say, my wife used to scold me every time. You are like addicted to practice. Till 17, 18, our house is a 400 square feet house. We don't have any TV, no sofa, nothing. Whatever I'm getting from my practice, I used to invest on back on my practice. So my hospital that time it's become around 7,000 square feet. but my house is only 400 square feet. So I started. I won't say investment. I want to develop every area wherever I'm missing, wherever I'm lacking. I want to develop that area. Keep on developing. So I'm not concentrated much. I am not diverted my money much on that my personal area. So totally, I diverted my money towards my practice. Of course, whenever my business is down, I used to get local finance. So give me 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs, I will refund it like that. So that where I managed.
So any point of these 18 years of your journey, did you think leaving this and becoming as an assistant or associate professor in a university? Because it's quite natural to get tempted that when we look at the settled lifestyle of academics, we then prefer to go into the academics area. So what is really holding you strong?
I can say very well. Not even 1%. I'm not tempted to anywhere. I say like either government job or assistant professor, like that. Even I can. I won't say they have relaxed job. It depends how I am taking, how we are taking. I'm happy whenever I'm doing much work. I'm happy whenever I'm in the clinic. I'm even when I'm depressed or some problem in the personal life. I want to come to the clinic to make myself happy. So this is the area I want to happy. I'm gonna stay happy. So I'm more relaxed. I'm more happy in my clinic, sir. So definitely, I'm never thought of going back or tempted to go to because here I'm proud to say I'm paying more than what that AP are getting to my people. So our teams are very happy. We are very big team. I am paying good salary. So of course, one big difference till 2010-11, we are stayed in India. I worked much. Now I am taking my team to abroad. I am going abroad with my family. We are enjoying for some yearly 7 to 10 days like that. That will also relax. I can say how we are taking. So I am very happy in the clinic. So I am very relaxed. So I'm self-satisfied myself. So definitely I won't get tempted with any government job or postings. Even I am teaching every time to my juniors, other people. Don't go behind the government job. There are lot of opportunity outside. God provided each individual, they can get lot of opportunity outside. So I am keep on insisting to juniors. Even last 2 years, I am giving small lecture to the final years outgoing students. Don't focus on either veterinary assistant surgeon or assistant professor posting like that. Please come out. There are a lot of opportunities are there. Please come out. I am insisting every time, sir.
Indeed, very valuable comment, Dr. Arun. So, shifting little bit away from your earlier experiences, coming into the recent one, which is like in major cities, it's often a routine that for the pet owners, they tend to take their pets to a nearby veterinary hospital to save the treatment cost. So, how do you manage to bring a mindset change, or do you have only affluent people who come to your private vet practice? Is it really affordable to all?
In that, I want to say another one earlier question answer also, sir. When I am going to others funded or if I'm joined with a partnership anything, that time our hospital should focus only on the monetary benefit because anybody funding to my hospital they will expect a return on investment. So we are very clear our pricing should be affordable to everybody. Definitely our price is very affordable to everyone. I mentioned earlier my each team has its own specialty. Each individual vet developed its specialty area. So any one case comes, our whole team will work against one case. So the response or result will be quicker than I can say college. Of course, we are getting a lot of help from our college, our teachers. They are helping me to get a good knowledge or good support. They are doing much. That will also helping me to do good job. The major difference college and here college, the customer need to go stand very long time. They need to follow the queue X Y Z. Here we are providing very clean, utmost very clean and hygienic environment. The team will approach one case, the result will be more. Then another very important, the diagnostic facility. We install all latest diagnostic facility to get a immediate result, sir. So I can say on par with our college, my beloved institute. I am on par with the diagnostic facility with my institute, sir. So I can very easily give good service to the customer. Definitely, I am getting help from the college also.
Very, very valuable comment, doctor. Looking into something like the health cost associated with the treatment of some debilitating diseases or major surgery, how is the awareness about pet health insurance companies among the pet owners? Is it something which is very commonly taken up by the pet owners? Because if they have to come to a world-class treatment at a special multi-specialty hospital like yours, what is the kind of awareness, doctor, there?
I can able to say maximum 10% people are aware. Even I think no big company involved in here. I think there are three company they started. Even in 1 or 2 days before Bajaj Alliance also they met me. Still they need to give me very clear picture about the insurance. I can very well say, especially all metro city, if some insurance comes, we'll get good response from the customer, because I can able to see from 2003, even I can say from 2000 to 2020, last few years, people care is double, or I can say triple. Earlier, if I say scan or X-ray, people will ask doctor whether it's really needed. Now the people started in the other way. Doctor, please go ahead all the diagnostics. Even if I say this is all the issue, then they will say, doctor, please check what for this one. Why don't you go for a surgery? Why don't you go for spinal surgery like that? So people are ready to take care. Now they started taking care like more than their kids. So definitely still it's a gray area. I mean unexplored area is insurance. We are expecting more insurance to provide a good health support to the pets. Definitely that will improve our profession, sir. Because when the people are coming forward to more surgery, more diagnostic service, then only the profession will develop. So still we need more things.
Very, very interesting, doctor. I mean, I hope that the awareness of pet insurance also catches up, because the treatment costs, not everyone is very rich enough to afford that, isn't it? Talking a little bit more about something like a day-to-day practice, how well are you managing to integrate alternative forms of medicine such as Ayurveda or homeopathy or naturopathy into a typical traditional allopathic ways of treatment of pet animals?
We are not using much alternative medicine, sir, but very few homeopathy I am using. A very chronic case of skin or CKD, like that. Very few case I am using alternative medicine. To be frank, I don't have much knowledge in it, so I am very strong in allopathy. So I am following. If I'm getting more knowledge in homeopathy and Ayurveda, I can use. Slowly, I'm reading about homeopathy. Here and there, we are using Ayurvedic, but it's very less percentage. If I get more knowledge, or if it's in my curriculum, if I started reading, if I get more awareness, then definitely I won't mind to use it. But as of now, I'm not using much.
On your website, Dr. Arun, there is a mention of using physiotherapy in pet practice. So that's where I was thinking that probably you are integrating some other alternative forms of medicine as well.
Yeah, physiotherapy is picking up much, sir, because even we are creating one sports medicine vet, because geriatric vet, it's most wanted, because same like a human life. Now we got lot of lifestyle diseases, obesity very common, immobility, patella luxation, hip dysplasia, like that. Definitely, that's the biggest one. Of course, we have very big plan. I mean, I want to create a physiotherapy center all metro cities. So soon, within a year, I'm going to start. Maybe I don't know. This is a good forum. It will know everyone. But that's my next big venture. I'm going to enter most of the metro cities.
Very interesting, doctor, and wish you all the best. Any future plan for SKS, doctor? Are you planning to expand this further into other cities, or maybe to go on a franchisee model?
As I mentioned earlier, sir, because if it is a or shop or other than the healthcare, we can go very well with the franchisee model. But here it's a health related. If we are looking into franchisee, then immediately it will come as a return of investment. So everybody will ask it, everybody will start calculate when we'll get back money back. So definitely, if it is so, this profession become very commercialized. I don't want to go like that. It should be affordable. It should go to everywhere. That's why I'm little hesitate to go to as a franchisee model. We want to create everything controlled by the vet. I want to go like that because once we entered as a investment or franchisee model, then everybody will start calculate what is the return. Then we'll indirectly push the doctor to put lot of diagnostic. That may not work according to me, sir. It may not work.
Thanks. Very valuable tips there, Dr. Arun. So last but not the least question in our chat session, if any fresh graduate or a postgraduate veterinarian approaches you to obtain some tips on setting up a venture just like you, what would be your recommendation? Of course, not closer to your clinic, maybe somewhere far away. So what would you advise, would you like to give to the next generation veterinarians?
Even if they are opening nearby my place also, I won't mind. Even at least 4 to 5 people, they approach me. I want to start up a clinic. Please help me. I want to see your practice. I want to see your billing. I want to see how your procedure. I am welcoming everyone because nobody can stop others or nobody can push others. It's in their own. If I'm not teaching, it's not in my hand. It's the sources available everywhere. They will get it in somewhere. If I am helping them, definitely I'll have a good relationship. Even I can very well say business is not a money making. Business is a relationship making. So whenever new people or anybody coming, if I'm teaching, definitely I'll become related to him. So I want to create ethical or quality competition. So he want to compete with me. Yes, I like it. Then only I can able to develop myself. But it's in the ethical way. If I am teaching him, definitely I'll teach the ethical way. So he will compete with me in the ethical way. So total our profession will come up. Instead of cutthroat business, this is total you win-win situation. Both we will win. So definitely I'll teach anybody if they approach me. I won't mind. I can give all the details. I happy. In fact, I am expecting lot of profession needs to come because in that situation, I want to say one small thing. Only in veterinary practice, small animal practice, veterinarians are ruling. In all other area, veterinarians are working. So I want to create others before entering by others or corporate. Our vet profession should establish everywhere our hospitals. So I will willing to teach everyone.
Dr. Arun, really hats off to your thought process and your attitude towards developing the other veterinarians and to take this as a joint efforts. Indeed, it was a very wonderful talking with you, and thank you for joining with us.
Thank you for your opportunity, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You're most welcome. Viewers, that's all in this edition of Prani Mitran's Chat and Share. Please do share this video and subscribe to our channel. Remember, Prani Mitran is all about inspiring others by sharing knowledge. If you have any questions to Dr. Arun or want to share your comments, please send it to editor@pranimitran.com. Until next episode, this is your host Devendra Verma signing off for now.